All right, Armadillos, tomorrow is the tournament. Okay. And so remember, as you're getting ready, remember to be hydrating now. Remember that tomorrow is going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. We have at least three games, possibly four, possibly even a fifth game, depending on how things go. And we may have to deal with weather, so it's going to be a long day. Make sure that you are hydrated and make sure that you have plenty in your stomach, that you have plenty of energy. Okay, so you get a good dinner tonight, you get a good night's rest tonight. We're going to be at the fields tomorrow by 8:30 to warm up. And we're going to do some pictures and stuff when we get there as well. We're going to do some quick pictures for everybody. So, another reason I talked about wanting to play this tournament and have everybody play this tournament is another way for people to learn more about the game. So, in light of that, I thought it would be cool to go over some of the statistics that you might see when you are watching a game, either in person, you're attending a game in person, or you're watching on television. So, here are some of the statistics that you might see, and we're using our statistics from our preseason game or from our scrimmage and the two competitions that we've had the last live competitions we've had the last two games or the last 2 days. So here is our team statistics. So we can go over a few of these, and after the tournament, I'll go over them again so you can see how we performed and how this changed throughout the tournament. So real quick, here's what you're looking at is this is what our statistics are through our scrimmage and our two all competition or competition settings. So basically three competition games or settings. First, we'll start with our hitting. Okay. So you see PA, that means plate appearance. That is every time somebody goes to bat. Okay. That's every time someone steps up to the plate as a batter. And so far, through these first three competitions, as a team, we have 59 plate appearances. Next to that, you see ABs or at bats. An at bat is every time you go up to the plate, excluding things like walks and hit by pitches, or if you have a sacrifice fly. Okay. So an at bat is when you go and you either hit, get on base by a hit, you strike out, you ground out or fly out, or someone commits an error and you get on base. Okay. So as a team, we have 44 of those so far through these first three competitions. All right. Through the first three competitions, we have seen as batters, we've seen 221 pitches. Now, remember, two of these competitions were against ourselves, but as batters, we've seen 221 pitches. And I'll bring that up here in just a little bit when we go over pitching as well. So far, we have 17 hits, so that's pretty good over the first three competitions. I've counted 33 quality at bats. What's a quality at bat? A quality at bat would be something that helps the team either see pitches, we get on base, we drive in runs, we make the pitcher work at our at bat. Okay, so what an example of what is not a quality at bat is if someone gets up, they swing at the first pitch, they ground out to the pitcher, they ground out to first baseman, and they get out. That's an at bat, but I don't consider it a quality at bat because your teammates haven't really seen a lot of pitches being thrown. A quality at bat, on the other hand, could be a 6 or 7 pitch at bat that ends in a swinging strikeout. But you have maybe you fouled off a ball or fouled off a couple balls. You have allowed your teammates to see that pitcher throw more pitches. One, you're getting the pitcher more tired because every pitch that a pitcher has to throw is one more instance where they get tired, and that could really, really help us later in the game. Okay. Another quality to bat might be, you see three pitches and you hit a fly ball to right field, they catch it, so you're out, but we have a runner tag from third and we score. So that's a quality at bat because we have scored off of that. Okay. So if you have any more questions about what quality at bats are, we can talk about that as well. So if we go to the second row, our batting average as a team over these first three competitions is 386. So that means when we've gone to bat, out of the 44 times we've had at bats, we have reached base by a hit 38% of the time, almost 39% of the time. Okay. Our on base percentage is 542. So our on base percentage is every time that we've reached base. Okay. We have reached base out of the 59 times we've gone to the plate in our plate appearances. We've reached the base 54% of the time, including hits, walks, and so far we actually don't have any hit by pitches. So we have reached the base, or we've reached base more than 50% of the time that we've gotten up. So that's pretty good. So far, we have 15 walks, and we have 11 strikeouts as a team. We have 16 stolen bases as a team. Now, some of those stolen bases are like things like pass balls and things like that. But what I don't count as a stolen base is, for instance, yesterday we had in our competition somebody steal from first to second. When we tried to throw them out at second, we overthrew. That runner ended up taking third and home. Those taking third and taking home plate, those don't count as stolen bases. The second base, running to second, is the stolen base. Okay? So those are things that you might see as players. You might also see or hear people talk about on a team level. Now let's talk about pitching. So far through these first three competitions, we have had 7 pitchers make 11 appearances. So we've had 7 different players pitch, and those 7 players have made 11 appearances. So we have a couple people or a few people that have made 2 appearances so far. Now we have thrown, as pitchers, we've thrown 234 pitches. Now, kind of a good rule of thumb, if you look up at our batting statistics, we've seen 221 pitches when we're at bat. We've thrown 234 pitches when we are in the field. So we have thrown 13 more pitches to opponents than we have seen. A good rule of thumb is you want to be as efficient as possible when you're in the field, and you want to stay at bat as long as possible. So ideally what you would like is to have seen more pitches than you have thrown. We're not there yet, okay? So far through the 3 competitions, looking at number of outs, we've pitched 6 2/3 innings, okay? We faced 69 batters. So again, we have 59 plate appearances. We faced 69 batters. So we've allowed 10 more batters to come to bat against us than we have against our opponents. And again, you would like to have more plate appearances for your team than for your opponents, because that's 10 extra times that they have the opportunity to put a ball in play or to get a walk or do something to drive in runs. Okay. As a team, we've recorded 22 outs so far. Of those 22 outs, we'll go to the second row real quick. We have recorded 9 strikeouts. So we've struck out 9 batters. Now, as batters, we've struck out 11 times. We've struck our opponents out 9 times. And yes, 2 of the competitions were against ourselves, right? But you ideally want to strike out fewer times than you strike people out in the field. So we would like to see that number reverse if we can during the tournament. We have walked 16 batters. Again, we've been walked 15 times. We've walked 16 batters. As you play more and as you get more used to this, what you want to see is you as a team walk fewer batters than you receive when you're at the plate. We've given up 20 earned runs so far, and a lot of that is because we are chasing the ball and we're doing things that we're allowing people to score runs off of us that necessarily they don't need to score off of us. Okay. We as pitchers have hit 3 people. So we have 3 hit batsmen. And then these last 3 categories I'm going to talk about, these last 3 statistics I'm going to talk about, I'll explain a little bit. So first, our opponent batting average. Our opponent batting average is 275. So we actually have, as batters, we have a higher percentage as batters than we do that we're giving up in the field. Okay. That means when we have been in the field, whoever is batting, whether it was our scrimmage game or our competition, we have allowed those people, those batters, to reach base via a hit or something other than like a walk or hit batsman 27% of the time. So not a little bit under 28% of the time. That's really good. They have our opponents have a lower batting average than we do when we're at the plate. That's pretty good. Now, if we go straight down and we look at opponent on base percentage, their on base percentage, our opponent's on base percentage is 551. That means they are reaching base 55% of the time via a walk, um, hit batsman error, anything like that. Um, so we actually are allowing our opponents to reach base at a higher rate than we are reaching base when we're at the plate. Ideally, we want to see that reverse. Okay. And as you get older, as you play more, it will reverse. All right. Now, the last thing I want to show you is this WHIP, WHIP, because this is a little bit confusing. WHIP stands for walks plus hits per inning pitched. So this is a measure of how effective or efficient your pitchers are during an inning. So our WHIP as a team is 5.25. That means at each inning, we are allowing more than 5 runners to get on base, which either by walking people or giving up hits. So as pitchers, we are directly responsible for letting about 5 people on base an inning. Ideally, we want to see that number come down. Okay, at the major league level, a good WHIP or WHIP is around 1, somewhere like that. So you want that number to be as low as possible. Okay, so again, these are some of the statistics that you might see when you are watching on television, you might hear people talk about on television, or when you're attending a live game. I wanted to go over some of those, and I wanted to use our team statistics because it makes it a little bit more personalized. Okay, so I'm really excited for the tournament, Armadillos. I'm excited to see what we're going to do. Remember, be hydrated, hydrate yourself, have plenty of protein, have plenty of energy for tomorrow. It's going to be a long day. And I'm looking forward to seeing how everybody plays, how everybody supports themselves, and how we deal with situations that we're in. All right. So have a good evening, everybody. I'll see everyone tomorrow. I'm really, really excited. I hope everybody else is really excited for tomorrow as well. Okay. Shells up. Bye.